Hello, everyone. Welcome to Snap Take. This is Glazer of Snap Judgments, the official podcast of Marvel Snap Zone. And what we have for you today is the two best Man-Thing decks I found. One from our friend Nerf Herder, one from our friend J Hugs, and the return of Galactus. We've got Galactus decks that are winning again. Galactus is unkillable. Let's get started because at the end of this video, we're also going to go over all the year anniversary of Marvel Snap celebrations, everything that's coming to Snap for that, when it is, what it is. So make sure you stay tuned to not miss that. Before we get started, please hit that sub button. It really helps us out. It's totally free to you. What it does for you is it helps it lets you help us for free, but it also gives you access to two brand new decks every single weekday. We're doing 4 decks in this video. OTA drops later today. We'll have a video with at least 15 decks like we always do for the OTA. We got you. It's coming. We cover everything Marvel Snap for you in a really accessible and easy to digest format. We also do the biggest giveaway every single month. We give away at least 15 season passes. We'll be giving them away, but you got to be subbed to make sure you don't miss out. We believe in deck credits here. Our deck credits for today. The main deck for the Man-Thing is Nerf Herder MS. Nerf Herder is the homie. Make sure you check out The Snappening, by the way, hosted by Nerf Herder with a guest appearance by me. So make sure you check out The Snappening. Make sure you check out Nerf Herder's channel. Nerf Herder is really great at Snap and really charming. We've got a bonus deck that we're not going to do the whole deck guide for, but just another version for you to play. That is from our homie J-Hugs at J-Hugs Plays. And if you want gameplay for the deck we're going to talk about from J-Hugs, make sure you check out at J-Hugs Plays where he has a video on it. We've also got a Thanos deck from Royce Townsend, a Thanos main who's always one of the first people to break Thanos and hits infinite with Thanos every single season. And our bonus deck is from, LDZ Davis. This is what I believe is a French player, not multilingual, but a French player who just hit infinite with a really cool Galactus build. And then finally, we're going to go over all the anniversary events for you. This is Nerf Herder's Man-Thing. It is 69%. I rounded up for the title of this. Sorry. It is a 69% win rate deck on the first day, and that is the first day with everyone trying to counter your Man-Thing. Man-Thing is solid. I don't think this is going to be meta-breaking as a card, but it's like Stegron, Silver Samurai, where if you're good with it, you know what you're doing with it, you build a deck that takes advantage of it. It's a powerful card, sort of like what we expected for it after yesterday's or 2 days ago, whatever it is. Time has lost all meaning. Intro video. So basically what you want to do, Nebula is really, really important here because getting Nebula down means that the opponent is very likely to play in that lane. If they're going to play in that lane, Man-Thing can steal that lane. At that point, once you've stolen a Man-Thing lane, you want to try and win another lane using basically Thing, Abomination, Cyclops, cards like that. Seems pretty good, right? Like, it usually wins. That Nebula gets to, like, 3-5. That Man-Thing is taking 2 or 3 off all their cards. Luke Cage makes it so that you're not really suffering from that. And then you win the game of Marvel Snap most of the time. Really, really great against bounce decks. Really, really great against your general Loki decks as long as they don't get your Luke or Rogue. The Nebula can be Sunspot, but that's way worse here. You really want them to play in that Nebula spot. Jeff can be Scorpion, and in many ways, Jeff is better as Scorpion. It weakens them more and gives you more of an ability to power up that Abomination. This deck is built for Man-Thing, and I'd just like to say RIP Zabu, because we've got 2 4-drops. Sorry, High Evolutionary is a 4-drop, but he's a crappy 4-drop, and we don't even consider running Zabu. It's so sad. We're not running Mobius, but we still can't really run Zabu. That Rogue is pulling double duty here, by the way. You need to hit either their Luke Cage or their Mobius. I often will hit their, if it's early, will hit their Mobius before they get it. Like, if they haven't got both out, I'll just hit their Mobius and get Abomination cheap and then just drop them and then do my other stuff. But, you know, that's up to you. All right. Play big stats on the cheap. 1 Nebula, turn 2 Misty in another lane, turn 3 Cyclops, turn 4 Man-Thing. If you've got Cyclops and Man-Thing in one lane, that lane is now over. You're going to dominate it. But turn 5 is Thing, not Man-Thing, just Thing, or Abomination. And turn 6 is Chavez or A-Bomb. If you can get A-Bomb out and then you can go Thing and then some other cheap stuff at the end of the game, particularly Luke Cage, that tends to work out pretty well for winning the game too. All right, quick variant talk before we move on from this deck. We've got the Wasp from the whatever event, the Steampunk event. It's relatively cool. I should have bought the hip, but I didn't. I was still like being iffy about buying every hip I saw. Oopsie. Hip Nebula has a lovely glowing eye. The best Misty Knight. The best Luke Cage. I don't know why this one feels so Luke Cage to me. I know he's not a cage fighter. It just really seems cool and like him. Adorable, adorable hip Jeff. Hips are the best. Never forget. Although we are hip light in this deck with only two. We've got the wonderful Cozy Rogue. Jim Lee Cyclops, a fan of Jim Lee Cyclops. No variant for Evolutionary. Eventually, I'll buy one, but since you never play him, it's not as fun. I really want the Hitman thing, but that's not released yet. No thing variant, just because like there's surprisingly few good thing variants, and the ever-loving blue-eyed boy really needs some good variants, so hopefully he gets some soon. I really like his Abomination even more than the Hip, and I'm happy to have an excuse to play it. And this America Chavez is amazing. Uh, in the podcast that comes out tomorrow, both Roy and I decided it was the best America. We also have J Hug's version of the same deck. You can see, hopefully, why we're not doing a full extra coverage. These decks are ridiculously similar. We've got Sunspot instead of Nebula. I think that's generally wrong here. I get what's happening, but I like Nebula better for the man thing. Um, we've got Mobius instead of Jeff. Perfectly fine. I don't have a strong feeling either which way for that one. This one's running Cosmo over something. What's it running Cosmo over? Oh, Wasp. I definitely like Cosmo more than Wasp. Um, I think that so few of your cards really just get hit by Cosmo that he's just really nice. And then basically everything else is the same here, except we've got a top end Hulk over America. I think Hulk is more likely to win you games. I understand running America. Honestly, you probably run both and then just cut Cosmo. But Mobius is really good for you. So like strongly consider Mobius too, I guess. I don't know. It's a really hard deck to fit. This is what I thought would be better, but in more games, the other one had a higher win percentage. So what do I know? Feel free to play either version and let me know how it goes in the comments. But again, Man Thing is good. Man Thing is legit. You can win games of Marvel Snap with Man Thing, and you're going to win more when everyone stops countering him with Luke Cage in about 2 weeks. Next up, we have Royce Townsend's Destroy Galactus. This is a cool deck. So this is the home for Lady Deathstrike we've been looking for. She's in Spotlight Caches. I'm not saying go get her, but this is the best deck I've seen that runs her. Largely because if your opponent drops Mobius, Lady Deathstrike can get rid of it, and that makes your death good again. Your death is good again. That's obviously extremely powerful, right? Death has been really chased out of the meta by Mobius, but Deathstrike does a great job at taking care of that. And Deathstrike as a 5 is not always where you want to be. But Electro lets you get that down on 4, as does X23. So if you kill X23 on 3, or you Electro on 3, then you can Lady Deathstrike, get rid of Electro, get rid of Mobius. Turns out that's pretty damn powerful. You also have a regular ass Destroy package where you can just go like Carnage, Killmonger, and Venom for ramp with X23, make them big with Wolverine, etc. Absorbing Men to copy any of that you need. Whatever that may be. And also, if you've got that Electro ramp, you can Alioth on both turn 5 and turn 6, which seems nice. And you've got the early Galactus play, right? You can kill your X23 on 5, and then if you can get Galactus out, they have to play around Alioth and Galactus at that point, and Deathstrike, which is obviously going to be extremely challenging. Cool deck. All right, no replace for X23 Galactus and Lady Deathstrike, but weirdly, Alioth is kind of fine as null. It's not ideal. I think Alioth is better, but like, it's not bad, right? Like, it's not bad at all. It makes the post Galactus play much worse, but outside of that, yeah. All right, let's keep going. So, okay, let's actually talk a little bit more about that. I feel like I have to. So we're looking at this, right? We have Null and not Galactus, which is they're going to play Alioth there, but you're already up, so that's already a tie. But if you had Wolverine or X23, you're still winning, so it's not the end of the world. Versus if they just try and go bigger than you, well, great. Like if they drop like an Armor or I don't know, Cosmo or something, you're like, all right, cool. Now I've got like a giant Null along with Wolverine and X23 there, and I still win. So it's not terrible. Basically what you're trying to do is everyone's cut armor for the week and they're running Luke instead because Man Thing is going to be everywhere. So you're taking advantage of that. So you got X23 Wolverine, and then you can either kill them or Electro. And at that point you're ramping, right? If either way you're ramping. So if you're ramping, now you're going to go Deathstrike to make them go away, or you're going to drop Hobgoblin, and then you're setting up Galactus if you drop Hobgoblin. That Electro Hobgoblin Galactus still works perfectly fine. That's 13 power. It's rough for them to deal with in a lot of decks. And at that point, you do Cheap Death plus Alioth or just Alioth. And if you didn't get Galactus on turn 5, you drop some other kill stuff, right? You Death Strike, now you can hopefully get that Death out nice and early. And then you Alioth, and the game is over and you win. This deck is, again, very, very cool. You have multiple options. You have ways to get rid of stupid junk stuff with Killmonger. There's just, and Death Strike. You've got Hobgoblin to make their lives miserable. You got Absorbing Man to, copy basically what you mostly want to copy is, Alioth, but you could also copy Venom for like in bigger Venom. You could copy Death Strike if there was another lane. You're just like, ugh, go away everywhere. You can copy Electro if you just, I don't know why you would, but you could. You can copy Carnage if there's more cards to kill. Um, you can copy Killmonger if they made more junk crap, and you could copy Galactus. Although you're never really gonna want to. The option is there, right? Like they stop your Galactus, they feel like they're safe. Last turn of the game, obviously after like an Electro or X23, you drop Absorbing Man and say good luck, and now your Wolverine and X23 can still win you that lane. Think something like Rickety Bridge. Yeah, not terrible, right? Ooh. All right, we've got another. Sorry, this version of the deck. Let's do variants, and then we'll go forward. This version of the deck, by the way, got Infinite and an Infinity ticket, so it's competing at the highest levels as of right now. Let's talk some quick variants. I've got the Jacinto, Carnage, and Venom. I know the hip ones are really cool, and you know I love hip, but so be it. This felt like a particularly evil deck, and I have the hip Hobgoblin, but this one felt better. I love this Lady Death Strike with this X23. I pulled this Lady Death Strike out of pure luck. It was just a random box. But I did open a spotlight for this X23 because I think it's one of the coolest variants of the game. I also think this Wolverine is incredibly cool. Still don't know why I love Logan in the gold and brown, but I want X23 Wolverine in the gold and blue. Whatever. Again, slightly evil looking Electro. I'm just using this Killmonger. I have other Killmongers, but like too bad this hip Killmonger is gorgeous. Um, I've got the Gengar, Evil Purple Cloud, the Robo Death, the only Absorb Man variant I have. Actually, that's not true. I have the Chibi and the Pixel, but ew. And Lifebringer Galactus. This should probably actually be like base Galactus because it's a very evil looking deck, but hey, I really like Lifebringer Galactus. All right. Our bonus deck is this LDZ Davis Galactus. This is more of a standard Galactus, except it runs basically like, so basically what you're saying on the last turn of the game is stop Galactus or stop Orca, right? And you're wishing your opponent luck at choosing which one they're going to stop. Orca's really big, wins a lot of games of Snap. Orca, especially in a Hobgoblin lane, is going to be extraordinarily powerful, right? That's 16 plus 8, that's 24 power. Tell them to stop you. You still got Alioth for power, especially if you get Electro out. Electro is super key to this deck, so I don't love not running America. You can tell what you want to do on turn 5 with Electro. You can Professor X and just lock down a lane and then like let Orca or Alioth win another. You can say, oh, they're not going to stop my Galactus. You can Galactus and then Alioth. You can choose whatever you want to do. Daredevil is great here. Nebula and Sunspot encourage play away from what you're trying to do. And Wave is not great with Mobius, but hey, it's the second ramp card that we have, so it's what we run. It's a pretty cool deck. I like it a lot. I think Galactus is kind of weak, but this is what like a pure Galactus deck looks like right now. I think this is as close as you get to that, and I think it's probably pretty good. And if you're not running a pure Galactus deck, if you're running a Destroy deck that also runs Galactus, this is what that looks like and is really good. So try these out as well. Please let me know what you think. I really, really like this deck. I played this deck. I think this deck is really good. Next up, this is my shop for my Midnight Suns variant. You can see which one I bought. I love this Captain America, but I have a Captain America I like more, so I'd never play it. I like the Spider-Man fine. I don't love the coloring. I just bought Hip Blade last week, so I'm not buying another Hip. I have like 4 Scarlet Witches. We're not doing that. Captain Marvel was this close, but I like the comic-y one I have just fine. And honestly, Captain Marvel's a bright character, so I don't love the Midnight Suns thing. I have plenty of Deadpools, and I'm buying the Deadpool bundle that we're going to talk about by the end of this video, so I don't need that Deadpool. This Wolverine is gorgeous, this close, but I'm pretty sure it's yellow and blue, and I, again, have a gold and brown that I'm running, and with the animated rain, I didn't need this, although that one was the closest, and I did buy Jean Grey. It's Phoenix, it's super fiery, it's very cool. And as an added bonus, I don't have a Phoenix variant. So I'll let you know what I pull tomorrow from my Midnight Sun variants too. Next up, we have the first anniversary celebration of Marvel Snap. Whoever made this, A+ work. I think this is super freaking adorable. Um, I only have Baby Modoc of these baby variants, I think, but they're all. Oh nope, I have Electra too. But they're so cute. They're so cute. I don't love them separately, but together they are just so much better. All right. So we've got login rewards for a week starting October 18th and ending October 23rd. We've got the title, Game of the Year edition. I mean, I guess that's fine. Like, it's not a terrible title. I don't like most of the titles in the game. I don't run one, but like, hey, to each their own. Um, we've got 65 random boosters. Whatever, like that's genuine junk. So the first 2 days are kind of misses, but day 3 is great. I'm not sad for 500 credits at all. Basically, an end of the week credit reward is nice. 3 gold conquest tickets is whatever. I'm not sad to have it. It doesn't hurt to have. Got like 12 gold conquest tickets already this season, so it's not ideal. But like, I'm not sad. Um, 300 gold. Hey, nice. We'll always take extra gold. And then the community voted anniversary variant. We're going to talk about that in 1 second. But look, 500 credits, 300 gold, and a variant is great, even if you're not crazy about the other stuff for free. I wish they did weekend login rewards every week, but so be it. When they do them, they're really cool. These are the 3 variants we're choosing between. There is a Ghost Rider in the season pass, and I think that's cooler. I don't love FBI Ghost Rider. I don't even get why we have an FBI Ghost Rider. Like, get out of here with that. Um, this Human Torch is kind of cool, but it doesn't feel especially Human Torch to me. Johnny Storm doesn't like usually look like he's in pain and sort of evil like this. Like, it doesn't work. And meanwhile, this Shang-Chi is adorable, and Shang is one of the most important cards in the game. Oh, Shang-Chi, please. Let's go, Shang. We get a Ghost Rider if you buy Season Pass, and most of my viewers seem to. Human Torch is nice, but this Shang is absolutely glorious. I love this Shang-Chi. Um, I don't know who's sitting on him, but I don't care. I think it's cute, and I want it. So help me and vote for Shang-Chi. Cool. You're going to be able to vote. We'll tell you how when that crap opens. All right, we've also got Twitch drops. Basically, what that means is you watch anyone's stream on Switch. Um, as we get closer, I will recommend you a few of my friends who are smaller and can use the extra support, or you can just go and watch like Dara or Dex or somebody, like somebody super famous. But I'll suggest a couple of my smaller friends, like Prashant, for example, or like Peaceful C, who you can go support. You can name 50 people, right? But who you can go support and you can earn these variants. Literally, you watch it, you link your Twitch account to Marvel Snap, and then in game you get sent the stuff. So 2 hours for a Shocker variant avatar. However, 4 hours for 155 Shocker boosters and 500 credits. You know me, I'm never going to turn down credits. I don't need a split, no Shocker, but I'm never going to turn down credits. And then you can watch 6 hours to earn a Shocker variant card. And again, I'm not turning down a variant, and like I'm gonna watch 6 hours over that weekend. It's like a full weekend of it's like over a week of stuff. This is the Shocker variant. I don't like it. I think it's ugly. I'm sorry if you like it. It's not for me. Um, like that car is just upsetting. But if you want it and like it, that's great. I'm here for the credits and like look, I'm not gonna turn down a free variant. It's just not to my taste. All right. We have our favorite hot location coming October 18th, the start of the kickoff of this whole thing. It is Fogwell's Gym, and both players get double boosters this game. Yeah, I'm gonna play a lot of Snap that day. I'm just gonna clean up on boosters. Very exciting. Very exciting. Next up, there's a bundle. It's a $5 bundle, so if you're gonna blow $5, 1,000 gold is about as good as you get. And you also get the Deadpool Penny Arcade variant with that 1,000 gold. And the title, This Dating App Blows, I don't, whatever, I don't care. That's a dumb title to me. Again, I don't like 90% of the titles. On Marvel Snap Zone, though, which I write for, in case you missed that, I run the world's greatest Uncle Aaron because I'm Aaron. But outside of that, I don't really like most titles, so whatever. But $5 for 1,000 gold is just a great deal. And this Deadpool variant is kind of great. I really like it. I like Penny Arcade. I like this variant. I think I may choose to run it over the one I currently do. I am for it. So make sure that if you're going to spend money, $5 for 1,000 gold and a cool Deadpool is pretty good. Also, if you don't have Deadpool, you'll still have to open him eventually on Collection Track. But hey, this is a good way to fast forward that process, right? Finally, we're done for today. Remember to check back later today whenever the heck they decide to drop the OTA. As soon as humanly possible after that, I will have a video for you. Thank you so very much for your support. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, sub. See you later today, and then tomorrow with more decks.